The things I'm going to say in here are guaranteed to upset some of y'all watching this. If you are the type of person who likes to get in arguments, who thinks you know everything in the world, who wants to pick battles, then I would just recommend you press stop right now and go on and do something else, because that's not going to be a productive use of your time. What's going on? Internet, Eric Bandholz here, back again with another hopefully great episode from Beardbrand Alliance. Hope all's going well on the other side of the internet. Over here, things could be better. And I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to open up. I'm going to be a little vulnerable. I'm going to share some of my personal beliefs that represent me personally, not necessarily those of Beardbrand. And how I'm dealing with things. And the reason I want to do this is because I know there are other people out there who are like me. And this video is for people who are like me, who might be struggling with the similar things that I'm struggling with. So if you're struggling with things right now, if you're down in the dumps, if you don't feel like you have control over your life, then maybe this video is for you. Back in May of 2020, one of my college buddies OD'd and he died. You know, I haven't really stayed in touch with him since college, and he was always a good friend to me, and he always had demons that he was battling from childhood with his family. And I think, of course, he used drugs to kind of help him through that. You know, unfortunately, he left behind a business, a 1-year-old daughter, and a partner. And, you know, it's not something that, you know, makes anyone happy. And I know I'm not alone. I know there's other people out there who have lost loved ones for all different reasons. And, you know, that's never fun. And I've been thinking a lot about them because as a business owner, I know the struggles that you have when things happen to you that are outside your control. So, you know, of course, May of 2020, as you know, that was heart of the lockdowns. And I wasn't a good friend with him on a daily basis anymore. And I don't know what he was going through at the time. I don't know if the lockdowns had greatly affected his business, if the lockdowns had greatly affected his ability to resonate and connect with people. I know he was an extrovert. He loved being around people. He was very outgoing. I can only imagine that it had something to do with it. I am not a big fan of lockdowns. This is me personally. I'm also not a fan of, you know, mask mandates. I'm going to put it out there. I'm not a fan of it. Now, I've done videos on masks. I talk about wearing a mask. I'll wear a mask out of courtesy for other people, but I don't do it because I believe it's the right thing for society. I don't believe it makes society better. And I don't believe that they frankly work. I believe if you wear them and you breathe out, you will have less aerosols. I don't discount that. But when it comes to wearing it for 8 hours a day, when it comes to wearing a bandana or a cloth mask versus like an N95, when it comes to the mental toll that it puts on people, I think the trade-offs are simply not worth it. I'm not a fan of them. I think society would be better without them. This is my belief. I know people out there vehemently disagree with that. Now, I say this, my strategy has been, you know, if I get sick, I stay at home and I don't get other people sick. And again, I know there's people who will claim asymptomatic spread is a thing. And the data I've seen says it is a thing, but it's such a small percentage that to me, it doesn't make sense locking down and masking the population. Now, these are big, touchy subjects. So lately, if you heard in Texas, we had some good news. They ended the mask lockdowns, and they opened up businesses 100%. So this is great news. And I was really excited about this a few days ago because, you know, that's freedom. I am going to always celebrate more freedom. I'm going to be the person on the right side of history who's wanting freedom, not wanting to lock people down. I understand people have different takes on the world, and I also think it's your right to live the life you want to live, just like it's my right to live my life I want to live. And if you don't like the way I live my life, you don't have to associate with me. And just like if I don't like the way you live your life, I'm not going to associate with you. But there are real consequences to, forced mandates that essentially, if you don't follow them, they're going to put you in jail. They're going to lock you up. And in fact, Carlos and I had this conversation the other day. I don't want to speak for him with his beliefs. I don't think they perfectly align with mine, but I know he's been down as well. And in UK, it's been far worse than what we're seeing here in America in terms of lockdowns. So I probably shared too much information, but I feel like it's just something I need to get off my chest as a form of therapy for myself. And I encourage you guys, to the best of your abilities, to do the same. This is not a happy time for all people. I mean, there are people who get COVID, who get sick, and who die. It's absolutely true. And they want to blame people, they want to blame people. And I want to blame people for my friend who died. But blaming people doesn't really make the world a better place. A better strategy is kind of accepting that there can be two truths. There can be my view on the world and how I see the world. But I can also acknowledge, your world where masks make sense and lockdowns make sense and how you believe that it somehow creates more freedom. I can understand that point of view. I hope that you guys can take a breath to have empathy for people on all sides of the situation. I know it's weirdly like a pandemic like this has become a political thing, which kind of baffles my mind. You would think that humanity would unite together to come up with solutions to help people out and to save as many lives as possible. I feel like a lot of voices have been silenced. They continue to be silenced. And I don't think that's a good thing. Like, even if they're wrong, even if those voices are wrong, they need to be heard so you can have those conversations. Freedom, again, is one of our core values. I hope that people have the freedom to speak their mind, to be transparent with what they believe, and be able to, learn from those things. I've said many wrong things over the years, and it's saying those wrong things that have helped me learn and grow. But anyways, I kind of get to where I'm at, where I've been bummed out. I'm trying to figure out what to do. I'm living in a world where I feel like I can't participate. Like I feel like I cannot participate in society in the way that makes sense to my thought process and my beliefs and the statistics and the data that I've analyzed and the risk tolerance or the risk aversion that I have. So I just feel like, to a certain degree, the world is out of my control. So I've been in this position in the past, and really one of my best ways to help me get out of that is, obviously, I already said one is talk about it, but another thing to do is to take action on the things you can control. Last time this happened, I ended up building my gym, my home gym, and I started weightlifting, and that was a good project. But now that's kind of on autopilot, and I no longer feel the same connection to rowing. And this is, I think, where a lot of my bumness comes from, is that I can't row like I want to row. I can row in singles or small boats, which is nice, but I like to row in the big boats with a team. I like to high five. I like to, really push each other. I like to joke around. I love the camaraderie of rowing, and I don't have that anymore. And if the sport was just about being in a single boat, I don't know if I would do it. So I'm sitting on this fence of, what do I do? It feels like we're at the tail end of it, but when we got into this, it was just for 2 weeks we had to wear a mask and stay locked down. And that 2 weeks turned into a year. And I know people are like, just a couple more months. But I've heard that before. And I know it will end. And it is ending here in Texas, fortunately. And hopefully it will be ending in other places as people feel more confident getting their vaccines and having already had COVID and kind of been through everything. But anyways, it's a totally bummer of a video. I'm sure a lot of y'all out there have changed your opinion of me. I'm sure you guys now think I'm a terrible individual because I see the world differently than you. But that's okay. You know, like, I don't expect my viewers to believe with me 100%. And I also I don't expect you guys to agree with me, and that's fine. And this video is for people who are struggling like me with the situation. And I just want to open up to let you know that I've got everything. I've got a wife. I've got 2 beautiful children. I've got a job. I've got a roof over my head. I got food on the table. I've got savings built up. But even having everything, I still battle with the things that I don't have. And I think this is going to be a battle, not in this particular subject, or hopefully not around the pandemic, but in other things that will face me in the future. So sometimes you just got to let it go through the motions. Sometimes you got to talk, and sometimes you got to just take control of what you got. So I just want to tell you guys, be well. I love you all. I love the community. I hope that you're okay understanding that we can have disagreements, see the world differently, but still respect each other and ultimately want to build a better place where we become better individuals. So always, thanks for watching. Cheers. Keep on growing.
The other thing you should know about Beardbrand is that it's not just about the videos and the information and the grooming and the products. It's also about you, the individual, the inside as well. My name is Bud. I'm a veterinarian. I'm a 4 vices kind of guy. And if you're going to grow it, you better own it.